I woke up this morning as I was having coffee. This video was making its rounds on X.
You gonna block the road?
Yeah, it's
my
fine.
wife's gonna be home in a minute. She's,
okay, you have your driver's license?
Well, yeah, but you gonna block the road and keep my wife out of the driveway? Is that like a reasonable thing for you to do? Blocking the road?
Showing this guy in Longview, Texas, who was pulled over for speeding 10 miles per hour over in his driveway, and he immediately just verbally lets this police officer have it.
Okay, is that a reasonable thing for you to do, to block the road?
You have your driver's license?
Do you see me with my driver's license?
That's a
Do you not?
credit card.
Oh, it's a credit card. Well, you got eyes so you can see yourself in the road, can't
Calm
you?
down, sir.
You're standing on my goddamn property. I do whatever the I want here, son. Now, you got a ticket or you got a not a ticket?
Ultimately, he gets issued the citation. He signs it, goes to walk inside his house, and then this happens.
The off, boy!
Once the cops issued the citation, didn't they have to leave his property? Was it unconstitutional for them to basically chase the guy inside his house and then arrest him? Let's go through it and see what the footage shows and what it doesn't show. Many of you have discovered that it can be nearly impossible to find a civil rights lawyer. Although I get calls from all around the country every day, I'm only one person, and I only take specific types of cases, and only in West Virginia. The good news is that if you need a lawyer because you've been injured, you can hire America's largest injury law firm, no matter what state you're in. Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Because they're the biggest, they have the ability not to settle for lowball offers. Last year in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12.2 million. The insurance only offered them $350,000. They got another victim in New York, $6.8 million. The insurance only offered the victim $275,000. Best part, their service is free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. You can submit a claim and communicate with your legal team all from your smartphone. If you've been seriously injured, it will only take a couple of minutes to start a claim with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/thecivilrightslawyer, found in the description below. As I mentioned, I originally saw this on X, and I'm pretty sure I tracked down where it originated on X, but I couldn't find any other information on it. So I ended up finding the raw footage on YouTube on a channel called the Blue Streak Cam, which I will link in the first pinned comment below. So check them out and give them the credit they deserve for finding it, though I don't know where this channel got it. And it all begins with a traffic stop for going 10 over. And again, this is in Longview, Texas. At least I can tell from the marks on the police cars.
Hey, sir. I'm Officer Patrol, Longview Police Department. The reason for the stop is because you're going 50 back there on Bill Owen. Yeah, you got your driver's license, proof of insurance. Is this where you live?
You gonna block the road?
Yeah, it's
my
fine.
wife's gonna be home in a minute. She's,
okay, you have your driver's license?
Well, yeah, but you gonna block the road and keep my wife out of the driveway? Is that like a reasonable thing for you to do? Blocking the road?
Okay,
is that a reasonable thing for you to do, to block the road?
You have your driver's license?
Do you see me with my driver's license?
That's a
Do you not?
credit card.
Oh, it's a credit card. Well, you got eyes so you can see yourself in the road, can't
Calm
you?
down, sir.
You're standing on my goddamn property. I do whatever the I want here, son.
370.
Right here.
371. Roll me another one. Okay,
You
can I have
ain't
it?
touching a goddamn thing of mine,
I need
boy.
to see it.
The you do. Take it from me then, boy, if you that badass about it.
Sir, what is your
All right,
problem?
then. My problem is you blocking the goddamn road. My wife's coming home. And what are you doing? Sitting here standing in the goddamn driveway.
Sir, this could be
All right,
be over.
oh, it could be. You right, it could be. Here's my driver's license. You ain't handing it to you. You. You ain't handing you boy.
Sir, what is your problem?
The is your problem standing in the goddamn driveway? Keep asking me the same dumbass question, mother. I keep asking you the same dumbass question. Which one do you want to answer first?
You have
you
insurance?
Right here.
Okay, you have your insurance?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay,
you
can I
want to see it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, hell, why don't you ask a goddamn question that's relevant then, you dumb mother. God damn it. Right there.
Okay, can I hear?
No, you ain't handing me
I
a
need to see
goddamn
it.
thing. The you do, boy. Tell me one more goddamn lie. Lie to me again,
I need to
Lie
see
to me
it.
one more guy. You see it with your eyeballs, boy.
Give it to me.
You know. You know. The you say. You ain't handing you to present it according to state law. Present. That's it. You want to look? Look. You don't? Off.
Sir, I need to run.
Right here,
I need to
figure
run.
it the out, you bald-headed little Figure it the out.
Okay, just calm down, sir.
You calm down. Get the out of here. You either do your goddamn job of presenting it as you requested. Now you want it or you not, boy.
Can you hand it to me?
No. Did I say I was gonna hand it to you the first time?
Okay, sir.
No, I didn't.
All right.
Well, then what the is wrong with your goddamn hearing, boy? When I said no the first time, you must a lot of women, boy, because you don't know what the no means. Do you, boy?
What's the driver's license
Shut
number?
the up. I don't answer questions. You want to look at it? Look at it. You don't? Off.
So you're
Figure
not,
it the out.
you're not going to give me your driver's
I will
license
do
number?
whatever the I'm required by the law to do.
All right,
You
just
want to look
stand
at
right
it?
there, sir.
Motherfucker, I'm on my goddamn property. You step the back. The the matter with
What
you?
is your problem?
Motherfucker, you want it or not?
I do.
Then shut the up and look. You keep running your goddamn mouth, you little sawed off. God damn, I can't stand pieces of pigs like you.
An important aspect of this video is that the police officer has asked multiple times for this guy's driver's license, and the guy is failing to hand it over to the police officer, and he's claiming that he doesn't have to do so, that he just has to display it. Is that the case under Texas law? I wasn't sure, so I looked it up. Texas Transportation Code section 521.025 titled License to be Carried and Exhibited on Demand. So subsection 1 says that a driver has to have the driver's license in possession while operating a motor vehicle. And subsection 2 says that they have to display the license on the demand of a police officer. But what does that mean? Clearly that guy has read this statute and he's saying, I just have to display it, but I don't have to give it to you. Is that true? I wasn't sure, so I did some research. There doesn't appear to be a whole lot on it. I did find one Fifth Circuit case, which of course Texas is in the Fifth Circuit, from 2008, U.S. versus Zavala. That pertained to a Texas case using Texas state law having to do with state crimes. And it says that during a traffic stop, a police officer in Texas may examine a driver's license. A little bit further down the page, it says because state law requires a driver operating a motor vehicle to surrender his driver's license and proof of insurance when asked by a police officer, that person does not have a reasonable expectation of privacy regarding those items after being pulled over for a traffic violation. Then the Fifth Circuit cites Texas Transportation Code section 521.025B. And I haven't seen anything to the contrary. If I had to guess based on my research so far, I'd say, although this guy appears to have convinced this police officer that he doesn't have to give him his license physically, I don't see where that's true. According to the Fifth Circuit, their reading of Texas state law says that to display that license means to surrender it to a police officer.
Motherfucker, you blocking a goddamn driveway. You're too stupid to get your piece of the road. Then you walk up here and you tell me you have to see my goddamn ID in your hand.
All right, sir. Stand right. All right.
Go ahead.
There's gonna be.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah, this guy's being real erratic, and he showed me his ID. He wanted to give it to me, and he's just going to be a problem whenever I give him a ticket. Can you just stand by?
White male, charged
He might not even sign it.
Just check for prior convictions and any
Earlier during the stop, the investigating officer had called for backup. Now that other officer as backup has arrived, he explains the situation. And it's important to note that he doesn't say anything else about any other suspicions in regards to this guy other than he pulled him over for this traffic violation and he's attempting to write him a ticket for that. He doesn't say anything about arresting the guy, either for his behavior during the stop or for some sort of outstanding warrant or anything like that. And he asked the other officer to just stand by in case the guy gets difficult after he hands him the ticket. And that's important, and I'll show you why.
Go for it. Okay, 55 Peterson is on call ACO.
You don't like it, that's your goddamn problem. I'll get like it, you know what I'm saying? Because it might or might not save your ass. With your qualified immunity, any of that shit. Now, you got a ticket or you got a not a ticket?
Yes, sir.
Great, let's see it.
All right, give me 1 second. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
10 stars and your goddamn gun don't make you a big boy.
You have a good
boy.
contact number?
No. Don't you ever call me.
Okay. Are you employed?
Go yourself.
Is that company or any?
That's some capital F yourself.
Okay.
Capital F. In case you can't spell neither. I know you dumb mother barely got an education at the police force, but holy.
All right, sir. So today you're going to receive a citation for speeding, going 50 and a 40. I was just checked by my radar while we were moving. The court date is 5/7/2024 by 1 p.m. Here's all the court information to include the address, the phone number, and the website. Actually, you need to sign right here where the X is. It's not a admission of guilt. It's just a promise to appear.
Go ahead.
All right, sir.
Now get the off.
Have a better pleasant day.
The off, boy. The you doing?
Okay, here's the part about this video that most interests me. There's a Supreme Court case, Rodriguez versus United States, that says that a traffic stop exceeding the time needed to handle the matter for which the stop was made violates an individual's Fourth Amendment rights. So a seizure by the police justified only by their observing a traffic violation becomes unlawful if it's prolonged beyond the time reasonably required to complete the mission of issuing a ticket for the violation. And here, as we see on the video, the ticket was written out and then it was issued to this individual and he goes to walk back in the house. So once the purpose of a traffic stop is completed, a police officer may not further detain that individual unless there's something else that occurs during the traffic stop that generates the necessary reasonable suspicion or probable cause to justify a further detention. So at the moment that they gave the guy the ticket, if the reason for the seizure is the traffic stop that this officer observed, there's no longer any legal justification to detain this individual. They had to have let him walk back in the house. But they didn't. Then they followed the guy into the house and then seized him and performed what I believe to be, or what appears to be, a warrantless arrest. Another basic part of Supreme Court Fourth Amendment case law is that police officers cannot perform warrantless arrests of individuals within the home. They have to have a warrant. That also applies to the curtilage of a home, which could be the front porch, it could be some portion of the front yard. It just sort of depends on the facts. Here, the guy clearly went in the house. That's not an issue at all. While perhaps the guy did violate Texas state law in the way that he dealt with this police officer, refusing multiple times to hand over his driver's license and other information, he was not arrested for it. A ticket was issued, he walked back in the house, and then they went in and got him. If they were going to end the stop let him go, in order to then make a warrantless arrest in the home, they would have had to first get a warrant. And if they have probable cause to believe that this is that guy's house, they would need an arrest warrant. If they don't have probable cause to believe that that's his house, that it's, for instance, his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife's house, they would need both an arrest warrant and also a search warrant for that third party's home. Here, the officers mentioned the word warrant several times, and it's possible that the backup officer, you can hear him talking on his radio, he says like 10-4, it's possible that he learned that this individual did have a warrant.
The off, boy!
And it's also possible that he would have had probable cause to believe that that was his home. So if there was a pre-existing warrant, then that is probably a perfectly valid arrest, even in the way that they did it. But if they were going to arrest this guy for some sort of obstruction type charge for not acting properly during the stop, then they should have made the arrest earlier, or they should go get a warrant and then come back and arrest the guy. And to be fair to the first police officer, who actually showed enormous restraint in dealing with this very, very aggressive and angry guy, it was the second officer, the backup officer, who also had very little information, who clearly was the one who made the decision to go follow him in the house and arrest him.
They're old. Watch the dogs. They're all elderly. Here, grab dogs. And tell your mom. Okay?
Okay.
What's the warrant for, fellas?
Come this way.
What's the warrant for, fellas? The warrant, fellas.
I'll tell you in a second.
Now, you don't tell me right now.
Get up.
What's the warrant for, fellas? What's the warrant for, fellas? What's the warrant for, fellas? Hey, what's that warrant for? I wonder how many times they're going to hear me ask on the body camera when this is going to court. I wonder. Anybody? Anybody?
We're on over here.
What's the warrant for, fellas?
We're coming out to your office in custody for evading.
I'm sorry, what?
For evading.
Evading what?
Me.
I'm not evading
I was
you,
trying
you dumb
to
piece
arrest
of
you.
Arrest me for
Yeah,
what?
look.
You
The
said
warrant.
what the warrant's for, you piece of
Get out of the patrol vehicle.
I'm trying. Oh, you got my
Get
arm
inside
twisted
the patrol
around.
vehicle.
I'm working on it, you little piece of God damn it. What, your mama not raise you in any manners, or you just as dumb as your goddamn daddy was? Oh, way.
37, show him in custody.
Holy man. That went sideways.
Yeah.
You still rolling?
Yeah, I'm still on about transport him.
Oh, yeah.
So, I didn't get a chance to check him. 11s or anything. He did somehow manage to get his cuffs up in front of him. He's just that skinny. So,
But you want me to follow you to the jail? Or should we pull him out and search him?
I wanted to pull him out, search him in case he does have a weapon. Because I don't think you checked him.
Nah, I didn't get a
Anything like
chance.
that. So did you tell him, hey, stop or anything like that?
Yeah, it was like, hey, get back, stay where you're at. And he kept walking towards me. Kept walking towards me, getting in my face. And I was like, I backed up because I don't want someone this close to me.
Okay.
I was backing up. And then when I was like, okay, this is starting to get out of hand, that's when I called for you. He wouldn't give me his ID. He wouldn't give me his driver's license. He wouldn't give me his proof of insurance. He held it up, so I wrote down the number, and that's how I got it.
He didn't say his other name?
No.
You got anything illegal on you? Any weapons or anything like that?
questions.
Step out. Come on.
I'm trying, god damn it. Back works done. Lucky you.
Turn around for me.
I don't consent to any search or seizures of my property or
We're
person.
not, okay, we don't need consent.
You don't.
You're under arrest, sir.
For what? You haven't told me that
For
yet.
your warrant?
For what warrant? Evading what, mother? Evading what,
arrest.
mother? Evading what arrest, you piece of
right, go and sit down.
Evading what f***ing arrest, motherfucker? Which
sit
one?
down for
For what?
Sit down.
For what? What's
What?
the f***ing arrest for, you piece of f***ing monkey motherfucker? Huh?
Hey, go.
What?
So you gotta follow me to the jail.
For what?
I already told you. Follow me to the jail in case something happens on the way there. And I guess we'll just get jail stuff out to help me.
Alright.
But just generally, yeah, police officers can pull you over in your driveway and detain you for a reasonable amount of time, the length of time in which it takes to either give you a warning or a citation for that traffic violation. Once they write you a ticket, they can't then remain on your property against your will. During the time the traffic stop is ongoing, police officers have the right to control the traffic stop situation. For officer safety reasons, they can order somebody out of a car or back into a car. They can control you in that aspect. And just because it's in your driveway, it doesn't mean that you can stop them or yourself exert control of the situation in any way until such time as the stop is over. And once they handed him that citation, the stop was over. If they were going to arrest him for evading or whatever it was that they said they were arresting him for, that should have taken place earlier. And if the guy did have some outstanding warrant, cops can sort of gaslight you about that. I mean, they don't have to tell you up front that there's a warrant before they have you in handcuffs. And a lot of times they don't, because they don't want somebody to run, or they want somebody to think that this is just routine, step out of the car, and then they get you in handcuffs. Then they tell you that there's a warrant. This could have been one of those situations, but I don't think so, because they concluded the traffic stop. And it's sort of like the two-step situation where police officers were going around the Fourth Amendment by concluding a traffic stop and then saying, oh, hey, by the way, and then asking questions about what they're really interested in, like drugs or something like that. I'm interested in hearing what you think about this interaction. Please leave me your thoughts in a comment, or if you know more information about what ended up happening here, please let me know. Again, dealing with very limited information just based on the footage itself. If you like going through these types of interactions and discussing constitutional law as it applies to these sort of events, subscribe, both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Also, follow me on Twitter. We have a lot of great conversation there. The Civil Rights Lawyer, it's at John Bryan ESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.